guys, and we are back with what I believe is the final show in my lineup so far, and that is My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Now, initially speaking, you guys know, or if you've been watching my channel, you know, I don't like My Hero Academia. I think it's very sluggy. I think it's very boring. Nothing happened for the first, 4 seasons. And by the time they got to anything interesting, it was too late. Stuff got resolved off screen, and most of the characters didn't really have any actual plot except for 3 of them. But this show surprised me, and immediately surprised me, because within the first 5 minutes, we meet our main character, Koichi. We find out he actually has a quirk, which is nicer than, having to be given one. We find out that he's a college student, so he's actually an adult. We find out that he wants to help people because he rescues someone being attacked by thugs. We meet Knuckle Duster, who is the older of the crew, and who apparently doesn't actually have a quirk, but he uses his fists and a couple of gauntlets, so he actually has a personality, and he actually is very helpful, unlike All Might, who's just kind of there. And we meet the girl who doesn't really have anything to actually do. Apparently she has a quirk, but her quirk, we don't know, I don't know what it is, because the show doesn't really introduce her except being an idol, so I don't know how she's going to be helpful, but hopefully she gets some actual character development. I do like her outfit, though. I like her bandity outfit. So they are going to form a trio, and they are going to be vigilantes who help people. And this show immediately has more plot in its entire body in one episode than My Hero, the main series, had in an entire 4 seasons. So I really like that. I also really like the washed out color palette. I think it looks nice, and I think the original show would do with that color makeover, but I don't think we're gonna get that because the show is almost over. And the villains in this show have actually done something, so there's that also. Because if you guys remember, the villains in My Hero Academia, except for Dami, really didn't do anything. We don't know what their plans are. We don't know what they're trying to accomplish. We literally have no idea. So there's that. But I like it. I think it's really interesting, and I like the idea that they actually have a little bit more of, what's it called? Not a plot. Things are a little bit more tension because they are not supposed to be heroes. They're working as vigilantes, so they're working illegally, hence why it's called in Japanese My Hero Academia Illegals. So that's something also. This show is just, it's so much more interesting, and I like it so much more, and I think it's partly because of all of the things combined, plus the fact that there's actual, fights in this show instead of one-sided curb stomps, and two, basically all the fights in the original series were just character sparring and not actual villain fights. So, yeah. I actually look forward to this show, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I dropped My Hero after episode 5. So, this show is going to be fun to watch, basically.